Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got a non-bingo-y rack. I've got a couple of scoring tiles and a lot of vowels. So I think it's probably too good to change. I could play HOUF, and if I can get more than about 20 points, that's going to be better than changing, even though it's retaining 3 vowels. I'm not seeing any other options. Wow, fantastic start for my opponent. And those 3 consonants in the middle of angrily make it difficult to play parallel to them. So what plays do I have down? And what about through the L? Difficult to see something using the F and the H. Well, what I could do is fluey. 18 points, that is better than changing. It is sorting out the vowels and consonants. The O next to the triple letter square isn't too bad because I've got an H which can go there. And it's keeping the board open, which I want to do since I am behind. That looks much nicer. I've drawn the second F, and H and F don't go well together. And the U doesn't help, but this is a better rack than last time. It's more balanced in terms of vowels and consonants. And I've still got HAUF playable, which would leave ENT. My opponent's taken that spot where my H could have gone. E doesn't take either of my high-scoring tiles next to it, so I can't see parallel plays around woe and fluey. I don't have to play off the F and the H. The reason for playing off either is for score. I'm looking in column 12 to see if I got anything down onto the Y. F takes an E after it. Can't see anything. So what about a play down through the A? Well, I can play off all of my unpleasant tiles with HAUF for 18 points. Rack leave slightly suboptimal with an equal number of vowels and consonants, but I can't see a way of playing off the O as well. So I think I will go with this. Not good. I draw the Q. No U or I to go with it. Wavy. I've seen that before. Now I do have a spot for cat. Rack leave not great, but it is a priority to play off the Q. The Q is worth about -9 points, not -13 as I've previously believed. I checked that up on cross tables. I can't use the U of HAUF. Just checking to see that that is so. Well, except I can play toque. And that splits up the duplicate O. Rack leave is much nicer than after cat. After cat it would be this rack leave plus EO. 18 points versus 24. And I'm providing a hotspot. I think that's close, and I'm thinking cat is better. Are there any other options I haven't considered? Don't think so. So cat for 24. I'm just wondering again about playing toque, and I think I will play it. because it's opening up the left-hand side of the board. If opponent plays across from row H, he will be creating a new floater. I'm leaving the A floater of Wavy alone. I'm going with Toke. Great, look at that. That looks like a rack waiting to have a bingo played from it. So, column 8, do I have anything ending ing? Wow, a nice bingo from my opponent. 72 points, a natural, which means no blank was used. So he's now got a 150-point lead. But I should be able to come back with a bingo with this rack. And I was considering column 8 to see if I had a bingo ending ing. I've got the up prefix, so epigonus through the G, which doesn't fit. Eupneic through an E. My equipment's making strange creaking noises. So I think what I need to do is find a bingo and then look for a better one. Row E is available for a double-double ending in A. So what do I have here? I'm going to skip through the alphabet and see if anything comes to mind. That looks very close. And I'm trying to keep in mind the floaters in Urbanite as well, U, R and B. Now, yes, fantastic, Euphonia. And that's the best possible play on this board. A double-double, 86 points. Not a great pickup, just the one vowel, but I'm a bingo behind, so it's not over yet. And I played the blanks, so both blanks have gone. We've had one each. Opponent's carrying on scoring, 39 points for Keg. So what to do with this rack? I need to play off consonants and split up duplicates. So a play of trill somewhere would do that. I'm not particularly keen to turn over a lot of tiles since I'm behind, but this is a rack where that's likely to be necessary just to resolve the vowel consonant imbalance. I'm wondering if I have anything down onto the H. Well, lich not good. Titch is good, but that keeps double L. Licked doesn't get tripled. The bottom of the board is quite nice. There's a 7-letter lane available for bingos ending in S and 4 S's to come. One more reason for playing off a lot of tiles. Car takes an A in front and an S. 12 minutes on my clock. I do have a play down here. I've just seen Ilth. Rack leaves okay. That's 15 points. Not very many, and that's because the H scores 0. But this is sorting my rack out and opening up bingo lanes. So I could also play Tilth in this spot. Ilth is better. Well, my rack continues to disappoint. Opponent scoring, slowing down slightly with his scoring. Now my Y can go in front of ER. But look at this rack, no vowels at all. Let me check the remaining vowel situation. 19 out of 42, so it's slightly vowel light. I do have the Y, which is a quasi-vowel, so I may be able to play through this, but I'm certainly looking to play off 3 consonants. So Dirty would play off 4, but not score very much, and keep duplicate C, which isn't isn't great. So what about a play through double E? I could play Creed. My opponent's play of North has hampered the lane ending in S, so I'm not killing a massive lane. 22 points. Keeping 4 consonants. This does feel slightly better than changing. Now I note my opponent's play of Keg, creating Gin. Gin takes an A in front. Opponent could well have one of those, but in any event, that is just a hook to remember. And if I draw an A, I'll have Psyker. Next goes CYCA. I'm going with this. Well, I draw 3 vowels, which is good. Wow, 73 points for my opponent. He's having a really good game. And I'm 180 points behind, so I think this game is beyond me. So what do I have beginning with A? I have Actor. Now I think I have a better play down here in Yarko. 50 points. Yarko takes an S, still 3 S's to come. So I think this is the play. I draw 2 of the S's, and that looks quite a balanced rack. I have Toasties in row A through the I. Do I have another bingo, and preferably one which scores a bit more? Anything beginning with the E? And does Toasties have an anagram? I think it does. Or does it? Well, it's not coming to mind. How am I doing on time? 9 minutes left and 18 tiles in the bag. Is there a 7 with this rack? Very high probability. Anything with this rack plus an E? Probably not. Anything with the L? No, well, I feel I may be missing something here. But it's good to have a bingo, especially after I was looking at a rack full of consonants just 2 racks ago. So Toasties for 59. Another nice rack. Do I have anything with the E? Okay, that's been taken for only 11 points. My opponent's 100 points ahead, 6 tiles in the bag, including the J and the Z. And this L is not available as a floater, unless it uses the U as well. So all the bingo lanes on this board have tightened up now. Eight minutes on my clock. Let me see what this scores. 8:35. Keeping a pretty unattractive rack leave. What other opportunities are there on this board? And can I open the board up? Now I've got the last S. So what about a play of something like mild? Keeping AGS. Difficult for my opponent to do much with that, and I'm setting up a 7-letter bingo lane. He's likely to worry about that and try and obstruct it in some way. But whatever he does, he won't score very much in this bottom corner. The downside of this move is that, although it's creating a bingo lane, there are no other bingo lanes on the board, unless maybe through the L of Ilth. However, there's really not very much on offer, so I'm going with this. Well, let me just change film first. Right, so I really am going with this. And I draw the Z, but I don't have a 7-letter play ending with S. However, I have the Z. Maybe I can get a bingo-y score without bingoing. And can I get the Z doubled? Z something, S something? Not that I can see at the moment. And I've also got the bottom row. Yarko takes an S, so something S, something Z. Not seeing anything. And only 2 tiles in the bag, so I can't really expect my rack to improve. Fez is good. I'm 82 points behind. Just 9 points for my opponent. So he's left 1 in the bag. 6 minutes on my clock. Is there really nothing in column 15? Not that I can see. So what I could do is just play Tsar. 44 points, 351, 47 behind. Emptying the bag, retaining the S for column 15. I don't think I can win from this position. But I don't think any other play is winning unless I've overlooked a big play in column 15 this turn. And I don't think I have. But is there anywhere else I can score more than 44 with the Z? No, I don't think so. And I think one reason my opponent may have played the J in this spot is to stop me playing an A play down here, something like, well, I don't have A this turn, but I did last turn. Yeah, I can't see anything which goes in front of Yer, so he's not really blocking that. I'm going with Tsar. Okay, so I do have Amigos and Milds, which is an out. It doesn't score very much. 24 points for my opponent. 4 minutes on my clock. How do I maximise my score with this rack? Does Imagos have an anagram? Yes, it does. Amigos. Well, they both have the S in the same spot. Anything through this N? Well, if I'd played off just the Z, I would have angiomas as a triple for the win. But I think my opponent may not have played Turban had I just played the Z. Interesting. So, anything better than Amigos? Well, quite possibly, but this game is lost. Amigos for 19. And the final score, 372 to me, 422 to my opponent, a winning margin of 50 points. So well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. It was my opponent to go first. He had a fantastic rack and a choice of bingos. This was my rack. I played Fluey. Fowley would have been better, but only marginally, in that HO is better than HU. And R, my opponent is Ed R. Okay, I didn't know that. And what commands work? Okay, hopefully that got through. So I played Fluey, and that looks fine. Hui, although it's 4 extra points, has a much worse rack cleave. What am I doing? Yeah, Fluey. So opponent's rack. Very Vowly. He plays Woe. And this is my rack. Oh, wow. A missed bingo. Fortin onto or through the G of Angrily. Wow. That would have been a good time to bingo. Instead, I played Horf. Opponent's rack, he plays Wavy. And now I wavered between Cat and Toke. And I missed Cough, which would have been better. Better rack leave, better score. And that Toke was just the play, just the move for my opponent because he was able to bingo. And I was able to come back with Euphonia. Opponent's rack. He plays Keg. And now I have a tricky rack, and I played Ilth in the end. Titch 27 keeping double LR, not great. So, well, I can't see Ilth on this list, but I still like it. The problem with the rest, or with the moves shown here, is really the rack leaves, which is why I prefer my play despite its lower score. Opponent plays North. Wow, so we both had 7 consonants. I think when you have 7 consonants, you think your opponent's got a balanced rack or a vowel heavy rack. Not always true. So I play Creed, and that's just about okay. Opponent plays DXs, which was a great spot. And I have Yarko for 50. Opponent plays Scythe. And I have Toasties, and that was the only bingo. Opponent plays Penned. And now my rack's improved towards the end of the game, but not quite enough. H1 aid, I thought about that. I didn't like the rack leave. So I played Mild to set up a bingo lane in column 15. Opponent plays... Wow, he could have played Jar and Joe. Plays Jar to leave 1 in the bag. Yeah, if he played 2, then I could have bingoed and won. Now, this was the moment I played Tsar to give myself no chance of bingoing on the last move. The alternative would have been Fez and hope for my opponent to make a mistake, which he probably wouldn't have done. So I play Tsar. Opponent plays Turban. Yeah, AB available for a pretty decent score. And then finally Amigos and Imagos were the only outs. So, pretty brutal game. A fantastic start by my opponent with Angrily, and he carried on scoring well and playing well, but it's always good to play against the top players. And I had a miss bingo in Fortin, which could have made a difference, and also Koff would have been a better play than Toke, but some interesting racks to consider, especially the consonant heavy ones in the middle. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.